I talk about child marriage, and today I will be continuing from where I stopped last week. And today we are looking at the factor number two. The factor number two is what I call the assumptions decision. A lot of people go into marriage with without having a pre-arrangement of whatever they are going into. They just wake up one day and feel like I think I'm ready for marriage, and then they just go into marriage without having any good plan or any good plan or before going into whatever thing they call marriage that they want to do. So this assumptions decision going into marriage with that mentality of tomorrow will be better is a very bad thing to do, and such person do not succeed in that particular marriage. It's not just in marriage, it happens in almost every area of life where if you don't have any pre-arrangement of whatever you want to handle in future or at the moment, if there is no good arrangement whatsoever, it therefore means that you are not going to do well in that particular thing. And that is why it is always advisable, it's always good that whoever want to go into marriage, it's a kind of thing you sit back and think of the possible ways by which you want to go handle these things, and not just something you wake up one day and then boom, you want to sit down with somebody's child. It's not, things are not done that way. Whoever is living that kind of life, you see them in the nearest future, they're not going to do well in anything they put their hands on. Please, let's shun child marriage because it's very vital, and whoever is going into marriage with that mentality of assumptions decision is very bad. Please, let's abstain from that. Then factor number three is the third party, is what I call the third party persuasion into marriage. A lot of people go into marriage because their family member thought they are matured enough for marriage. Then they persuade them to go into marriage without them having decide on their own that I am ready for marriage, and then for them to see the essence, the need for them to go into that particular marriage. And then you see a lot of these things happen where we have cases where people are married to wrong partners, people are married and then they cannot take control of their houses, they cannot take control of their marriage. This happened as a result of what the persuasive the third party persuasion into marriage. If there were no persuasion in that marriage, I believe that whoever is going to marriage, irrespective of the age or gender, they will do well in that particular marriage. So at all times, it's advisable that whoever is going into marriage, they have a rethink of what they are going into, and that they are not going into marriage because somebody is persuading them to do it. A lot of these things happen with our families, our parents. You see them when they see that the child is a graduate. That is what happened commonly. That is the common thing that happened in Nigeria here. When they see that the child is a graduate and maybe must have started working immediately, then they are on the neck. Nah, you need to marry. Nah, you need to get married, and all those things. So they persuade these people into marriage, and then you see them, people who are not fully matured emotionally, people who are not matured financially, to go into marriage. You look at them, they go into marriage and a lot of things comes up. So it is also advisable that we at all point in time take control of these things, advise them that they do not go into marriage and make such decisions based on whatever person, whatever advice they're getting from any person outside. It should be dependent on individuals' ability and on individual mindset. So please, let's people that are always advising, let's take note of these things, that we do not persuade people into uh, this kind of things. It is a lifetime something, and it needs time for whoever to decide on these things. Thank you.